your source for news and insights. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Alright, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sport Time, coming to you live from the studio of Power 365 FM, situated in the city of Ibadan. This is James Oluwadurotimi live on your screen. Well, the Euro 2024, the first phases of games has ended last night. And again, we are going to the match day 2, talking about the Euro 2024 tournament. And once again, the host nation, Germany, we slug it out with Hungary today. Well, when we look at the let's look at three major tournaments that Germany and Hungary have faced each other. Do you know it's been so difficult for Germany to pick the needed point against Hungary? Well, we'll talk all about this, but quickly, let's start from the grassroots. Well, my name is James Oluwadurotimi, like I said earlier, and this is Sport R. Alright, talking about President Federation Cup, Rivers Angels midfielder Sarah Iludoba has expressed the team's determination to record victory in the President Federation Cup quarter-final match against Osun Babes. The Port Harcourt club will tackle Osun Babes at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu today. Iludoba believes that Osun Babes will be a difficult opponent, but stressed that they are highly motivated to be their opponent. According to her, she says, we won't take them for granted. It's going to be 11 players against 11. And we will do it for talking of a pitch. We're going all out for victory. We won't underestimate them. Every disappointment is a blessing. We are taking that disappointment of not winning the league as a motivation to win the President Federation Cup, says Iloduba while talking to the club's media. Okay, the Lagos State government has assured Ikorodu City Football Club of its maximum support in the Nigeria Premier Football League next season. The Director General of the State Sports Commission, Mr. Leko Fatodu, disclosed this while hosting the team. Fatodu also wished the team success in the 2024-2025 MPFL season, that's the Nigeria Premier Football League season. Ikorodu City Football Club will be making their immediate appearance in the MPFL after finishing among the top 4 teams of the Nigeria National League NNL, the Super 8 playoff in Enugu. Alongside Ikorodu City, Beyond Limit, Nasarawa United and Academy Warriors are the other teams that secured promotion to the MPFL this next season. Let's not forget that Beyond Limits were crowned champions of the 2023-2025 NNL season after coming top at the playoff tournament in Enugu. Okay, talking about the President Federation Cup at the men's corner. We've talked about the women's corner. The grand finale of this year's President Federation Cup men and women's competitions will take place at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Saturday, the 29th of June. The Nigeria Football Federation has announced the women's edition is currently in the quarter-final stage, while the men's event is at the last 4, talking about the semi-final. NFF General Secretary Muhammad Sanusi said that the date has been agreed upon by both the NFF and GTI in order to meet up with CAF's deadline for the submission of the country's representative in next season's Continental Club competition. According to NFF, having looked closely at our programs, the stage the men and women's competitions are of the moment, and the need to submit the names of all our representative clubs to CAF for African club competition next season, we have reached a consensus for the grand finale of the men and women finals of the President Federation Cup to take place on Saturday, the 29th of June, Sanusi said in a statement shared by the NFF. Well, the venue is the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, as pronounced earlier in Abuja. The women's final will begin at 1 p.m. while the men's final will commence at 4 p.m. Meanwhile, the quarterfinals of the women's competition will take place today in the Benin City, Asaba, and Enugu. The semi-finals of the men's competition will take place tomorrow, 20th of June, in Abuja and Lafia. Nasarawa Amazons go up against Remo Stars ladies at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City in what is undoubtedly one of the potential explosive encounters of the quarterfinals of the women's competition. The Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium is also the venue for the clash between Delta Queens and Sunshine Queens, YFC Robo Queens of Lagos and Niger Rotos of Abuja clash in another tantalizing match up in Asaba. The Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu, where Enugu Rangers emerged champions of this year's MPFL season on Sunday, is the venue for the clash between Oshu Babes and Rivers Angels. Inspired Abia Warriors will go all out for glory when they take on traditional powerhouse team and former winners Kano Pillars in one of the semi-final of this year's President Federation Cup at the Lafia City Stadium on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Other semi-final Academy Warriors are also highly inspired after securing promotion to the MPFL following the conclusion of the NNL Super 8 tournament. The team has been promoted alongside Nasarawa United, Beyond Limit and Ikorodu City. Their opponents are Kabir United, who fear no foe, and have reached this stage by defeating higher-rated ABS Football Club of Ilorin, MPFL side Aqua United, and EFCC Football Club of Abuja. It promises an interesting evening at the NFF Fever Go Project on Thursday. Alright, straight up to the national team. Let's talk about the Super Eagles. Well, the Eagles are not super at the moment, and let's be candid. A lot of topsy-turvy in the camp, starting from the head coach resigning from his duty on Saturday, talking about Finidi George. Well, there are 3 candidates who are believed to be in contention to replace Finidi George as the head coach of Super Eagles. The Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) are looking to replace Finidi George, who resigned from Vero last weekend. There is not much time left for that decision, as the Super Eagles have fixtures in the next window in September, according to a popular media outlet. The NFF is looking at 3 coaches to fill in the vacant role rather. The first name is Antonio Coscal, whose tenure with CFR Cluj in Romania and coach's stint in Cyprus and Saudi Arabia have earned him a reputation for tactical skills and player development. He was fired by Cameroon in 2022 and is eager to make a return to coaching. Samson Siasia could be a controversial choice, but he brags an impressive coaching resume, particularly with youth teams. He led under 20 in Nigeria under 20 and under 23 teams to podium finishes at different tournaments, including the Olympic Games. His FIFA ban for match fixing is set to expire in August, hence his name is being bandied around for the Eagles role. Siasia has previously managed the senior team twice in the past. The last name on the list is Salisu Yusuf, who has won MPFA titles with Kano Pillars. Despite the setback of the controversial gift, or let me say despite the setback of the controversy over a cash gift, Salisu Yusuf, experienced as assistant coach of the Super Eagles and head coach of the Super Eagles B team, showcases his understanding of Nigeria football and player development. Yusuf has since been reinstated by the NFF, which shows their confidence in his abilities. Alright, the futsal and beach soccer committees. The futsal and beach soccer committees of the Nigeria Football Federation will be inaugural in Abuja on Thursday. The committee will be inaugurated by the NFF President Ibrahim Gusau. The committee will be chaired by Otuekon Nse Essien, while Alhaji Ahmed Yusuf Fresh will be the vice chairman. The members are Aminu Mohammed Inuwa and also Honorable Suleiman Yahaya Kwande, Haji Liamid Gafar, Mr. Richard Jide Aka, and Yabagi Alhaji Baba Abubakar Umar is going to be the secretary. The futsal and beach soccer subcommittee will be responsible for the organization of all futsal and beach soccer competitions in the country. It will also deal with all matters relating to futsal and beach soccer. The Super Sand Eagles will take on Mauritania in the qualifiers for the 2024 Beach Soccer Africa, the Cup of Nations. Talking about Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations, Mauritania will host the Super Sand Eagles on a day between 19th and 21st of July, with Nigeria hosting the return leg a week later. Okay, let's talk about other sports. But before we do that, let's talk about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen will most likely end up at Arsenal Football Club, with Italian journalist Sino Venerato reporting that the Premier League giant are ready to make €100 million. A €100 million bid for the Nigerian striker, which is €30 million short of the release clause set by Napoli in his recent contract. Napoli's president Aurelio De Laurentiis has made it clear that they will not entertain bids below his release clause, which will surpass Arsenal's current transfer record of £105 million that was paid for Declan Rice last summer. However, Arsenal hope to strike a deal for a more modest sum, around €100 million or £85 million. Arsenal will not try with a Nigerian who dreams of the Premier League, but not by paying the onerous amount of the clause for a lower sum. According to Venerato, Napoli will have to evaluate the pros and cons. Arsenal initially targeted RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, but Benjamin Sesko has already committed his future to Leipzig for another year, pushing them to explore other options over the need to secure the necessary firepower to challenge Manchester City and end their 2-decade wait for a Premier League title. In the wake of Sesko's decision, Arsenal attention has also turned to Girona's striker, talking about Artem Dovbyk, the top scorer in La Liga last season with 24 goals. However, whispers from Italy suggest that a more high-profile signing is in the fireworks, which talks about Victor Osimhen. Osimhen, who has openly expressed his desire for a new challenge, dreams of playing in the Premier League. His impressive track record, including 26 league goals in the 2022-2023 season that propelled Napoli to their first Serie A title since 1990, makes him an enticing prospect for Arsenal. The Gunners are not alone in their admiration. Chelsea and PSG have also shown interest, especially with PSG needing to replace Kylian Mbappe, who has joined Real Madrid. At 25 years, Osimhen is entering his prime and has proven his ability to lead a team to glory. His addition could be the catalyst Arsenal needs to topple Manchester City and bring the Premier League trophy back to North London. Yet, there are risks involved. The financial outlay is enormous, and if the deal falls through, or if Osimhen fails to adapt to the Premier League, Arsenal could find themselves in precarious position. Additionally, with other clubs like Chelsea and PSG in the mix, Arsenal must act swiftly and decisively. Alright, quickly let's talk about other sports because we've got no time to waste. Let's not forget, at exactly 2 p.m. today, 19 minutes from this time, Germany. Okay, there's no game at 2 p.m. but at exactly 5 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. 19 minutes from this time, Croatia and Albania will take on each other in Group B. Yeah, Group B game. Before I leave Nigeria, finally, talking about MPFL, an outstanding game. We kick off at 4 p.m. today. Doma United versus Sunshine Stars in match day 36. Yeah, match day 36. Doma United will welcome Sunshine Stars. Talking about MPFL. Before we talk about Euro, let's talk about other sports. Alright, let's start with boxing. Female boxer Elizabeth Oshoba's meteoric rise to becoming the International Boxing Organization Female Super Featherweight and World Boxing Council Silver Featherweight Champion is one of the fairy tale stories of the Nigerian sports sector. The journey of about 2 hours from Ikeja, the Lagos state capital, to Tigbo Ilu, a sleepy community in Ogun State, was nothing but eventful. But after diverting the toll gate on the Sango-Ota-Abeokuta Expressway, it was a bumpy and dusty ride to Iyano Ilogbo and then Tigbo Ilu at Iyano. directed some media personnel to the house of Elizabeth Oshoba, to Lagos State, where she had a nursery and primary education before her family moved to Tigbolu in Ogun State, where she obtained a senior secondary school certificate at the Ilogbo Ashowo Community High School in Ilogbo, Ota, Ogun State. Last January, Oshoba defeated Italian Michela Braga via split decision at the Royal Arena in Copenhagen, Denmark, to snatch the World Boxing Council silver featherweight title in a stunning fashion. From the beginning of the action, Elizabeth Oshoba forced and dominated Braga clearly, with the judges scoring 88 to 82, 87 to 83, and 90 to 80 all in her favor rather. After the historic win, she became the country's first women boxer to win a world title, improving her record to 7 wins and 4 knockouts. Quickly, let's talk about athletics. The men's and women's 400-meter finals of the 2024 Athletics Federation of Nigeria National Trials stirred upset on the final day as the University of Michigan athlete, talking about Dubem Amene, won the men's title, while Esther Joseph emerged as the winner in a strong women's final on Tuesday. The women's final was the first to thrill the crowd as African Games silver medalist Joseph clocked 51.70 seconds to win her first national title. She held off a late charge from Patience Okon-George, who finished second in 51.76 seconds, and Imobong Ishe Uko came third in a season's best of 52.04 seconds. Joseph underlined why her stock has been rising in the 400 meter by beating field, which also had Omolara Ogumakiju. Okon-George was the favorite to claim the title, having run the fastest time in the heat on day 1, but Joseph came up with a strong finish on the outside lane. The men's lane also created another thrilling spectacle as Amene also won his first national title, clocking a time of 45.44 seconds. He beat Emmanuel Ojeli second in the season's best of 45.69 seconds, while his brother Dubem Nwachukwu, who posted a season best 45.70 seconds, was third. Amene was nowhere in the race before they came into the home straight, but the University of Michigan athlete picked up the pace and accelerated through the middle to tackle the men's 400-meter crown from Chidi Okezie, who was also in the final. Okezie, who had qualified for the Olympics, returned home to defend his title, which he won last year but was denied by Amene. Second place Ojeli, who won the title in 2019, was the second fastest qualifier and also ran his second fastest 400-meter in history during the final. In the men's 200-meter final, Sunday Israel Oko pulled an upset in the men's final, storming to a new personal best of 20.80 seconds to win. He defeated Alaba Akitola, who was scored 20.81 seconds, while Consider Ekanem followed in 20.88 seconds. Precious Injako also took the women's title in a new personal best of 23.14 seconds. She edged Olayinka Olajide, who was second in a personal best of 23.17 seconds, while Ella Onojuwevu was still in 23.73 seconds. Chris Owuzurike, the father of Nigeria sprinter Udodi Owuzurike, is impressed by the standard of the AFN. Okay, I'm going to take that again. Chris Owuzurike, the father of Nigeria sprinter Udodi Owuzurike, is impressed by the standard of the AFN national trials at Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City and believes the country will start dominating world athletics in the next 3 years. The proud father, who is also in Benin City to witness what is generally termed the Nigerian Olympics, made his assertion after his Michigan-born, United States-born son, who specializes in the 200-meter, ran the fastest time in the men's 200 meter, winning the first heat in a time of 20.68 seconds on Tuesday morning. According to him, he says the future holds a lot of significance. Yeah, the future holds a lot of significance with what is going on and the excitement that is being created. As we can see at the trials, more people, children and kids are coming back home to participate in the event. If I were to judge what the future would hold in the next 3 to 5 years, if these energies are well harnessed, I see Nigeria competing well with the US and Jamaica in this athletics. We have a lot of athletes coming up, and the key is to really harness it well. The challenge for AFN and the country is to make sure we harness this. A lot of our children locally and also the foreign born are beginning to identify with what we do here, and they are coming. He's very ready, and you have to understand the challenges that he's going through this year, coming out of college, changing coaches, and he was also injured. He just started running about a month ago, so he's trying to catch up. Most athletes don't really get to the level that he is with all the challenges that he's been confronting, changing coaches and coming out of almost 11 months of injury. I'm glad to see him running, and we look forward to seeing him on the podium for 200-meter race. Udodi, who was the gold medalist at the World Athletics Under-20 Championship in 2021, competes. Udodi, who was the gold medalist at the World Athletics Under-20 Championship in 2021, competes for Stanford University and is an alumnus of Brother Rice High School in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Alright, quickly let's talk about tennis. Britain's Andy Murray began what is likely to be his final Queen appearance with a gritty win over Australia's Alexei Popyrin. The former world number one, Andy Murray earned a 6-3, 6-3 victory in his first round match on Tuesday. Murray, who is a record 5-time champion at Queens, is not expected to play past the Paris 2024 Olympics as he contemplates where and when he will end his glittering career. It's been a tough year for the Scot, who ruptured ankle ligament in March and has struggled with a back injury in recent weeks. The 37-year-old has dropped outside the world top 100 with a victory over Popyrin, just a 7th of the season. Former British number one Emma Raducanu has been given a white card to play at Wimbledon next month. Raducanu, just 21 years of age, is one of 4 Grand Slam champions given such an exemption for the women's singles. Japan's tennis player Naomi Osaka, Denmark's Caroline Wozniacki, and Germany's Angelique Kerber, who won the 2018 Wimbledon title, have also been invited to play. White cards are given by the All England Club to players who are not ranked high enough to qualify directly into the main draw. Raducanu is still on the comeback trail after missing most of last year, including Wimbledon, after a wrist and ankle surgery. Osaka, Kerber, and Wozniacki have all returned to the tour in the past year after giving birth. British players Etta Watson, Fred Jones, and Lily Miyazaki have also been awarded white cards to the women's singles. All 7 of the initial white cards for the men's singles have been given to British players. Liam Brody, who has reached the 3rd round in each of the past 2 years, heads the list. Last year's boys champion Henry Sale and Billy Harris, who earned the biggest win of his career at Queens on Tuesday, have been invited. Jan Chinowski, Jacob Fenley, Otto Ferry, and Paul Job will also play. Wimbledon announced a white card on Wednesday. Today, the Grand Slam tournament starts on the 1st of July. Alright, quickly let's head back to football. Like I said earlier, by 2 p.m. in 7 minutes to this time, Croatia and Albania will take on each other. Let's not forget, exactly 4 p.m. An outstanding game in the MPFL. Talking about Nigeria Premier Football League, Doma United and Social Stars will take on each other. Okay, after that game, talking about Group B game between Croatia and Albania, Euro 2024. At exactly 5 p.m., Hungary and Germany will face each other. At 8 p.m. tonight, Scotland will take on Switzerland. Now let's talk about Euro 2024. Former Super Eagles coach Sunday Olise has picked France as the real favorite to win this year's Euros. According to Olise, France are favorite because of midfielder N'Golo Kante, who has returned to the team. Kante had not played for France for 2 years before he was called up by manager Didier Deschamps for Les Blues for the Euro 2024 campaign this summer. The 33-year-old, who was a crucial part of France's World Cup winning side in 2018, was impressive as France defeated Austria 1-0 in their first game at Euro 2024. Kante currently plays for Al Ittihad after joining the Saudi Pro League side from Chelsea. Alright, UEFA President Alexander Seferin has named Barcelona teenager Lamine Yamal. Alexander Seferin has named Barcelona teenager Lamine Yamal as the best young player in the world. Yamal has been impressive for both club and country. The 16-year-old became the youngest player to play in the Euro Championship history at the start of the Euro 2024. The Barcelona winger provided an assist for Dani Carvajal's goal as Spain defeated Croatia 3-0 in their first game at the Euro 2024. Speaking about Yamal, Seferin said the youngster will be the first player he would sign if he owns a football club. Portugal midfielder Bruno Fernandes has insisted he made a lot of mistakes during his side victory against Czech Republic at the ongoing Euro 2024. Fernandes featured as Portugal defeated Czech Republic 2-1 on Tuesday night. Francisco Conceição scored the winning goal to give Portugal a free point against Czech in Leipzig. Speaking at his post-match interview, Fernandes told reporters, "We made a lot of mistakes in the first half, especially me. Taking risk has two sides of the coin. I'm aware of this. The midfielders take more risk." Well, Fernandes will hope to lead Portugal to victory when they face Turkey in their next game on Saturday. According to Cesc Fabregas, the former Chelsea midfielder Cesc Fabregas has given his verdict on Portugal captain Cristiano Ronaldo amid the ongoing Euro 2024. Fabregas said Ronaldo's overall gameplay is much better than the last few years. Ronaldo featured as Portugal secured a 2-1 victory against Czech Republic on Tuesday. His teammate Francisco Conceição scored a late winner to give Portugal 3 points. Speaking about Ronaldo on BBC Sport, Fabregas said his overall play has been much better than we've seen over the last couple of years. At the end of the day, whatever you do, if the team plays very well or the team does not play well, he always finds a chance either to create something for himself or for the team. In this moment, I think he's feeling so much confident. Ronaldo will now hope to lead Portugal to victory when they face Turkey in their next game this weekend. Chelsea legend Frank Lampard has urged England manager Gareth Southgate to start midfielder, talking about Manchester United midfielder Kobe Mainoo when the Three Lions clash with Denmark at the Euro 2024. England will face Denmark in their second Group C game on Thursday evening tomorrow. Southgate men currently top the group following their 1-0 win against Serbia last weekend. When asked which England player he would play in midfield ahead of Alexander-Arnold against Denmark, Lampard said Mainoo, adding that nothing faced the Manchester United midfielder. Well, Scotland take on Switzerland in Cologne today. Knowing something other than another defeat must be savvy to realistically keep their Euro 2024 dream alive, because there's no room for error now. There are no many talking points so as to where it all went wrong in the 5-1 ID by Germany on March day 1. But if Scotland are to continue in this tournament, they should do the needful today. England defender Luke Shaw was missing. Yeah, England defender Luke Shaw was missing from training today in a major blow to Gareth Southgate. The Manchester United left back has not played since February due to hamstring injury. But Southgate still included him in the final squad at the Euro 2024. Shaw is the only recognized left back in the squad and had been tipped to return against Denmark on Thursday. However, given the fact he's still not training with his teammate just over 24 hours out from the clash against the Danes, Shaw is pretty much certain not to play, and it raises big question about his fitness for the tournament. Instead of joining team training on Wednesday, the 28-year-old was continuing to follow an individual program elsewhere. Alright, before I leave the studio, let's talk about club football a little. Okay, talking about club football. Former Arsenal midfielder Emmanuel Petit has urged the Gunners to sign Victor Osimhen this summer. The North London club are desperate to sign the new striker after missing out on Premier League title last season. Osimhen has a €130 million release clause on his contract, which could be a stumbling block for interested suitors. Petit stated that the Nigerian international could make a huge difference for his former club. Talking about Arsenal, like Petit's former club. Alright, Leicester City have reached an agreement. Leicester City have reached an agreement with Steve Cooper to become their new manager. Cooper is now set to replace Enzo Maresca, who left the King Power Stadium to join Chelsea. The 44-year-old has been out of work since being sacked by Nottingham Forest last December. Meanwhile, Leicester City had interviewed former Brighton and Chelsea boss Graham Potter for the job, but both parties failed to reach an agreement. But Foxes will participate in the 2024-2025 Premier League after winning the championship last summer. Former Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero has claimed Lionel Messi and Inter Miami are good enough to win the Premier League. Messi joined the MLS side last year as a free agent after leaving Paris Saint-Germain. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner won a first major piece of silverware with the team last season in the League's Cup. Messi has fired Inter Miami to the top of Eastern Conference standings in the current campaign. These has led to Aguero, who played on international level with Messi, to Tellstake.com says, I think they will win the league. They have Messi, who is the GOAT, and with him, even winning the Premier League is possible, says Kun Aguero. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the show. Let's not forget, Croatia versus Albania is already on 0-0. They've played 2 minutes so far. Germany and Hungary face each other at exactly 5 p.m. Scotland versus Switzerland, 8 p.m. Okay, I promise to give you some head-to-head about Germany and Hungary. Well, talking about UEFA Nations League, Hungary defeated Germany 2 years ago in 2022, 1-0, and in same 2022, Hungary and Germany played out 1-1. Well, talking about Euro 2020, Group F in Euro 2020, Germany and Hungary played out 2-2. So that means in the last 3 games, Germany is yet to defeat Hungary. Hungary has always proved stubborn for Germany to beat. But let's look at their recent form in the last 5 games, including the first game in the Euro tournament. Talking about the last 5 games, Germany are doing well because in the last 5 games they are yet to lose. They've won 4 and they drew 1. Talking about Hungary, well, on an average level in the last 5 games as well. With the first game they've played so far in Euro 2024, Hungary had won 3 games and they lost 2 games. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the show. My name is James Oluwadotimi. Join me again tomorrow. Don't forget to join me by 3 p.m. for Entertainment Security. Have a wonderful evening.
Turn up your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you